Hello, 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 namaste, my witchlings. How are we doing tonight? Welcome, one and all, to Witchlings round the Cauldron Midnight Mass. Oof, crack, crack, crack. All right, this is our Wednesday night Midnight Mass where we gather in the middle of the week to just slow down, check in with each other, and reconnect with the things that keep us grounded. By the time Wednesday night rolls around, most of us are carrying just a little bit of everything from the week. We got work, responsibilities, news, family, and the constant noise of the outside world. So tonight, we pause. This space, it sure as hell ain't about perfection. It is so not about having everything figured out. It's about community. It's about remembering that none of us are navigating this life alone. Every week, we gather here around the cauldron, sometimes to talk, sometimes to laugh, and sometimes just to breathe together for a little while. And then at midnight, we light a candle together. A small ritual. A moment to release what's been heavy and set our intentions for the rest of the week. Now, this week, our theme centers around the Sanskrit word Atijīvana, which means survival, life continuing beyond hardship. And if there is one thing the middle of the week reminds us, it's that survival often looks quiet. It looks like showing up again tomorrow. It looks like continuing the work, the healing, the growth, even when the world feels complicated. So, Tonight, my witchlings, we take a breath together. We check in with ourselves, and then, when the clock strikes midnight, we'll light our candle, not just as a symbol of hope, but as a reminder that the flame keeps going. No matter what the week has thrown our way, we keep going. So, settle in, my witchlings, grab your tea, your water, your late night snack, and let's spend just a little bit of time here around the cauldron. I got the sniffles tonight. How are we doing? Oh, I have an itchy. I am tired this week. I have had a week full of doctor's appointments. Hello, Will. How are you doing tonight? But hey, one of those doctor's appointments was good news. I do not have to have further surgery because the clunking and chunking in my neck isn't anything serious. It just sounds like it. So I'm pretty happy there. I am extremely relieved. Good. Get sleep, my friend. Sleep is important. It's been a long week. I have a song stuck in my head. Had a really nice conversation today. Well, let's see. Today's been an incredibly long day. Had the doctor, and then I had my political burnout support group that I've co-founded with a friend. We had our monthly meeting tonight. That was a very productive meeting. And then one of the things that was shared in the meeting, we talked about burnout, so let's go grind some more. And one of the things that was shared during that, I sent to a friend, and it is so weird to call this man my friend because he was a teacher at my high school. But we have become friends in the 30 years I've been out of school, and ended up having a really nice, long conversation with him. So that was really cool. Yeah, it was. And we're both using our cell phones, and he sent a voice message because it was easier than typing. And I'm like, damn, I haven't actually heard his voice in, I'm not going to say how many years, but he sounds exactly the same. That was kind of trippy for me. Round about 30, I don't think I have heard his voice since I graduated. We've talked via text. And it was kind of nice. I've been feeling nostalgic recently. I really have. We're coming up on the anniversary of losing... We're coming up on the anniversary of losing my little brother. Hey, Ishan. And so that's kind of got me in a mood. And yeah. And it's kind of a melancholy time of year because here in the Pacific Northwest, it's not quite completely spring yet, but it's not winter either. We're in that in-between shit. I mean, I've got piles of snow around town. I've got a couple of piles of snow in my front yard because we got like 8 inches the other day, and then it rained. But we're just in that weird time of year. Ostara's coming up. I went to decorate for Ostara and realized that my box that I have my decor in is buried, and I'm like, I don't feel like digging it out. Winters are depressing as yes. I have battled seasonal depression probably most of my life, and the last 2 winters have been bizarre because I haven't fought the depression. Hello, Sage. Good to see you, hon. Oh, been a while. And we've figured out that part of the reason I'm not battling the seasonal is the damn lights that I use when I'm streaming. They're full spectrum lights, so essentially they're happy lights, and I'm like, nice. This has been nice. Oh, so yeah. The fur kids are happy. Everybody's doing pretty good. Realizing that Sergeant has become a rather rotund, angry potato this winter. So somebody's going to be getting lots of long walkies when the weather warms up some. Sent a friend, that would be the angry potato, and he is slightly more rotund than he is in that picture now. Sent pictures of the puppers to a friend, and she didn't realize that I had sent pictures of all three of them, and she thought Luna was Sergeant, just a little closer, and I'm like, no, that would be Luna. She is. We joked that Sarge is her mini-me. They look that much alike. There's Luna. Love my babies, though. Now I'm having tech problems. My computer's being a brat. So the man behind the curtain had to beat it into submission tonight. It has been chaos. It has been a day, I tell you. And it started with therapy, which wasn't bad. Yeah, we probably would have had better outcome to the day if we had ended the day with therapy rather than started the day with therapy. But you know what? It's all good. Fuzzy Butts is purring and snuggling today. Not complaining there. He's my cuddle kitty. Yeah. What is everybody else up to this week? That's what I've done for the last 48 hours. Working on tearing my office apart so I can reorganize stuff. That's going to be like a 6-month-long project. Found out my favorite aunt and uncle, unfortunately, have come down with the plague again. That kind of worries me. They're not spring chickens anymore. And man... yeah, my aunt is awesome. Yep. And my lipstick isn't red enough. What the hell? This is what happens when Di makes a promise to herself. And I've lost my favorite red. What the fluff? Hey, gamer. Whoa, hello. It's attacking me. Sorry about that. They're as far away from it as I can get them right now. There's what I'm looking for. It'll work. Not the one I wanted. Boring tests in school that you're stressed out about and you being tired 24/7 and sleeping. Yep. Sounds about right. What did I launch? Oh, there it is. Okay, I'll pick it up. Nope. This isn't a gaming channel, friend. And I have not played video games. I play telephone video games for the most part. I don't even know where my Switch is right now. And my Xbox is not currently set up. Which I'm very sad about. Can't wait to get that set back up. But I don't even have the latest consoles, which is kind of a bummer, but not really because I'm not a huge gamer. Love the Pokemon games, but... oh, honey. Hopefully we pass. I know the feeling, though. I have been so burnt out with all of the stuff that I'm trying to do. I've got a library book sitting over here that I've been meaning to read for like 2 months. I have 10 library books checked out in my Kindle. And I can't get myself to do it. Hell, I promised to go through this shelf and review them. And yeah, I haven't been able to do that either. I am so frustrated with myself. ADHD is great. One of my other regulars, he doesn't pop into the nighttime shows because the man is sleeping. Actually, he may be awake. But yeah. I did tell him we would be going live about that time, his time. But he has sent me his website link like 3 times, and I've been wanting to go look at it. Finally went and did it today, and it was one of those, he sent me a link to something that I knew would be fun. And I finally had 2 minutes, and I'm like, you know what? Click the link so that you can do it. Play with that for a little bit. Got my ass kicked by the game. Big surprise there. And then I'm like, hey, you're already here, so go ahead and look at the rest of the site like he's been asking you to for the last month. And hey. And I told him this, and he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, okay, so you sent me the link. And I knew it was going to be fun, so I went ahead and clicked on the link so that it would already be open when I had the brain power to go do it. And then, since I'm already here, I might as well look around. It's an awesome workaround for executive function dysfunction. So, oh, oof. The waiting and the testing is the hard part. Oh. I don't think I actually tested for my ADD, but I don't remember. It's been 25 years. Basically, when my oldest child was diagnosed, I was talking to the doctor who diagnosed him, and I'm like, I tick all of those boxes now, and I ticked them harder when I was a kid. And the doctor's like, that makes sense. ADHD tends to be genetic and run in families, so, and a lot of parents figure out that they are ADHD when their child is diagnosed. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to play trial and error here. We're going to give you the meds, and if they work and they calm you down and you can focus a little better, then obviously you have ADHD. But if they spin you up and wire you out, you don't. And I'm like, well, that's one way to test it, isn't it? And he's like, yes, it is. Yeah, I did one of the tests. You felt your brain cells were just going to... Yes, they are heart-shaped. I like my little bit of whimsy. Dude, I did a full psych eval with the VA, the Veterans Hospital. And I was laughing as I'm taking the test because 4 different times it asked in 4 different ways, my father is a good man. Because this was true or false. It asked that about both parents like 4 times. And I'm like, you've already asked me this question. Yes, Dr. Pepper Cream Soda. No, I do not do music reactions here. Oh, that is more spoon intensive than I can handle most nights. I have to be prepared for that shit. He is snoring loudly. This dog snores louder than I do. I love my dog. Really? Yes, I love my cream soda, Dr. Pepper. He's it's so adorable. He's just so adorable. Let's see. Nope, you can't see him. He's in the wrong spot. Yeah, Tookers is laying behind me on his blanket, snoring away. He's so happy. He's mad at me because I disappeared for a while. 3 days now. I went Wednesday of last week, Friday of last week, and now today. And he's like, Mother, stop abandoning me. I'll be abandoning him Saturday. I feel bad. So the local Pride organization here has one of their annual fundraisers this Saturday night. They call it the Sparkle Party. And I have been invited to go, and I am looking very much forward to it. I know I'm being taken by a friend, and then we were talking with another friend of mine tonight, and they're going to be there, and I'm like, yes! I get to hang out with two of my favorite locals this weekend. Yay! Happy Day. Yeah. It's going to be so much fun. Sequins and glitter and good music and dancing and fun people and all to support a good cause. I'm so down for this. Cannot wait, I will be honest. Oh. Now, if there's karaoke, I'll be even happier, but I don't think there will be. I gotta snag one of the bonus kids and see if they'll take me to karaoke sometime in the near future. I'm missing going out and having some fun. And that really is fun. Yeah, there's been one, but I figured out that you were busy, so. It's so much fun, and I don't drink. Or I barely drink. And so with the bonus kid who doesn't drink, they don't have to feel, weird about going out. And yeah, so it's nice. So, the Spawn stopped by today. So he, yes. So he got to take his Triceratops crystal home with him. I kind of miss it now because it's been sitting on my desk here for like a month and a half, and I'm kind of bummed, but Oh, I did? Hey, how about that? I won't remember. But, so, I'm happy that he got his thingy, but sad because I was kind of becoming attached to it. So that means it was good that he came and got it today. Elsewise, I probably would not have been able to let him have it. Because we have the same favorite dinosaur. So, I'm gonna try to make some jewelry this week, get some earrings made. The other kid got some more charms to make earrings with, so hopefully we'll get to meet up this week. But life is just super crazy, hectic, again, and I hate it. We have our community service event. Yeah. We have our... Did you just break something or just drop something? Okay, almost sounded like something broke. So we have our community service event in 11 days. That's really freaking exciting and happy making because I am looking forward to that. Where is my freaking life support for the phone? Toot. Sorry, y'all. I just noticed my phone is in desperate need of life support. Because I went to check the date of Stara. What the fluff? Oh. And yeah, tons of fun. Hey, Ronan, how are you doing tonight? I'm chilling out. I am very low energy tonight. We're not really bouncy and hyper, so... Thank you, friend. He's using the bolster as a pillow again. This is so cute. Oh, yep. Ah! Mine is not as long as it was. We chopped about 10 inches off of it total a few months back. It's growing back out. Can't wait until it's back, Yeah, as you can see by the amount of gray I have. Yeah, when we chopped my hair, it was past my waistband. Young lady. Uh-huh, I saw you. Sorry. No, I can, yes, but no, I can I will not because I don't want the headache that comes from that one. Luna was just trying to go find kitty crunchies. Yes, he came out of the bathroom and she was getting ready to walk in. That's what I yelled at her for. But yes, it was. I could put my hand against with my pinky at the waistband, and my hair was here, the ends of my hair. So it was about a hand's width below my waistband. If I didn't have it in a ponytail, at least here, I would sit on it. Oh, I know. The only drawback, though, is my hair tangles so easily, and because of my pots, brushing is a bitch. So the poor man behind the curtain got quite used to brushing my hair. That's actually part of why I usually have it in the twin braids, because if I braid it, I don't have to worry about it for a day or two, and then I can just take the braid out and brush the braid out. So much easier. Hello, Mr. Sergeant Poppy. I love my hair. It's one of my favorite. Yeah, I love it, and I have a love-hate relationship with it because it's one of the better parts of my looks because it is so long and healthy. I have to keep it in at least a low ponytail. Otherwise, it gets in my face, and I just can't focus. Although I'm not as bad as Marianne in the Babysitters Club when she cut her hair and it fell down in front of her face and she thought it was a spider. Yep, love-hate relationship with the hair. Ronan, no, I am not up to dealing with the migraine headache I get from having that much hair on top of my head. It's not if it moves at all from where it is, it's going from here to at the nape of the neck. Because it's already starting to cause a tension headache. Because this shit is thick and heavy. That's the other reason I do, and I just fucked it up. That's the other reason I can't wear it down very often. Because it's like having a damn blanket on my back. Which is kind of nice in the middle of winter when it's snowing. Until it gets wet. But yeah, welcome to the mass that is my hair. Shit. There it is. See? I have a ton of hair. And it's wavy. I am working on learning my hair's curl pattern. But that takes time and energy I don't often have. But you know what? It's all good. Because overall, I am healthy. So, well, for the most part. What are you? Oh, yeah, I try to be. I'm even eating better. Hey, Bobcat. I'm working on being healthier all the way around, which is pretty nice. You are in my, you were in my direct messages. Okay, just making sure. He has taken over my computer. Give me a second, y'all. Think so, yes. Oh, shit. Yes, the same account is logged in on all three. Hold on. I had to log into the main one for meeting tonight, and I forgot. Okay. Hold your ponies. All right. Ha ha. Oh, that was not it. And it's... Should be it. All right. Oh my goodness. Haha, maybe. Oh, cripes. This is what happens when I log into the other account. And, oh. And this is the pots. Yoga with DILY. Enter. Yes. Got it right. Hey, Mike. How are you doing tonight? All right. Do. Ha-ha! Oh, okay, that works too, I guess. Not what I was expecting, but hey, we're not going to complain. Oh, cool! 2 a.m. in your neck of the woods, Mike? Yeah. I know how that one goes. That's been about the time I've been crawling in bed of late. I am such a night owl. There. Doink. Swipe. Tap. Haha. It only took me 3 tries to get the login right. Yep. And we've chased everybody. Oh no. And we're down to just 4 of us. I'm so not complaining. I noticed Mike found us on Instagram recently. Not complaining. ¿Dónde está? Hello to the Instagram viewers. Hello, hello. Oh, let's see. Oh, and hello to the Kick viewers. Hi, everybody. Just a quick reminder, I do not see anything but the YouTube comments here. I apologize for the YouTube chat. We are working on that one, but it's taken a minute. Yep, the man behind the curtain tends to let me know that people are watching, so we're not doing too bad there. Doink. Am I not live? Oh, hey, honey. Look, he's waving at us. Which channel am I live on? I am getting warm. This is not necessarily a good thing. Insta. Where am I live on Insta? That's interesting. Because my phone is not saying so. Anyways, hooba. I'm so happy to hear that, Mike. Oh, thank you. They are one of my all-time favorite music groups, so... And it doesn't hurt that this one and this one are distant cousins. That was a that was a wonderful thing to find out. I cannot listen to that song while I am driving because the introduction to it is just the scale going da 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 dum. So I'll listen to that and I'll get distracted by it, and then my mind will just start playing the music. Just showing the music, the staff in front of me. Yeah. Hoy. I'm too pale, but why do you say that? I've been listening to him since 88 as well, Mike. Tidbit of trivia. About 3 weeks after they recorded Please Don't Go Girl, puberty smacked Joey McIntyre upside the head and his voice dropped. So they got it recorded and he has never been able to sing it in that key since. Yes, the Zach Morris type of yes. Oh my God. And Zach breaking the fourth wall and doing the timeout and then talking to her. Oh God, yes. I loved that show. Oh God. Oi. Yep, squarely millennial. Hey, Wolverine. Heil Wooden. Yes. Yes, Wooden's Day. In some ways, yes, Richard. God. Although, I wouldn't mind going back and reliving it somewhat. But, I wouldn't change anything. Would not change anything. Even the nasty shit that I've been through. 'Cause, yeah. Without that, I wouldn't be who I am. Yes. And, 90s nostalgia is really big right now because Gen X is finally, coming into control of things. And, yeah. Welcome back, Sage. But, yeah. We have been living through an 80s and 90s nostalgia for the last, 10, 15 years. While I was working at Torrid, we laughed our asses off. Those of us who were old enough laughed our asses off because, I'll get to that, Goth. I'll get to that, Sean. But, my manager, who was 15 years younger than me, put together this outfit that when the two of us who were solidly Gen X walked in, were like, Britney Spears would like to have a word with you. Because it was very late 90s Britney. As for the Southern Alabamian accent, I have been talking to my non-biological daughter again. And she was she was born in San Diego, but spent the first 10 years of her life in a little bitty town called Andalusia, Alabama. My ex-husband is from northern Alabama, and there are times when I have a wonderful accent that is a mix of both. Hey, Alyssa. Yep, Wolfer's a Gen Xer. Oh, I'm not surprised there's a bunch of people wanting to go back to 2016. Does not surprise me any at all. Cheese and crackers. I'm burning up. Hey, yeah, new peoples. What's my favorite type of music? Oh, depends on what I'm doing. Because I like pretty much all kinds of music except for current hip hop. I have not really been able to listen to hip hop since the early aughts. Not Like Us. I really haven't listened to it. Do witches listen to Patti LaBelle? Patti LaBelle is a racist bitch, but some of us, yes. I mean, come on. She was in Agatha all along, and she is one of the voices singing Witches Road. Otherwise, hey, Christine. Is there anything about my past that I would change? Not a goddamn thing. And I have lived through some hell. I am very proud of the fact I have survived a lot of trauma. And I would not even go back and change the trauma I have lived through because it made me who I am. Mike, Google Patti LaBelle, stage outburst, because she went off while she was on stage about the, show that was in the theater next door. So would I describe myself as a controversial person in life? Not normally. Not normally. I noticed that a lot of Gen Z kids are trying to relive the 90s that they weren't around for. Yeah. Heard Kardashian High Priestess and Beyonce. I don't know. I know the Kardashians' names. Sometimes. But other than that, I don't know much about the Kardashians. And I'm not a huge Beyonce fan. I won't turn her off if she's playing and I'm in the room and I'm listening. Because I used to love Destiny's Child. So, if I could travel back in time and meet any famous person, who would it be? Go get some sleep, Mike. We'll talk soon. Oh, God, who would I meet? Oh, Lord. Oh, man, because there are so many. Oh, man, because I would love to go back and observe, not necessarily meet, but observe Mozart or Bach or Beethoven. Beethoven would be interesting. But then I also want to go back in time and meet some of the first women in STEM. Marie Curie would be fascinating to sit and talk to, or go back in time and observe my grandparents and their social circle during World War II, or just, meet some of the people that my grandfather knew, or go back in time and meet just an average Joe who really didn't do much, but just to see what everyday life was like at a particular point in time. So, no. Yes, Beethoven's Ninth is amazing. I actually have Ode to Joy tattooed on my body. I don't think it's ever okay to be fake to make friends, because honestly, I would rather be hated for who I am than liked for who I'm not. Much like the same sentiment is, I would much rather be hated for who I excluded than loved for who I didn't. Wait, loved for who I excluded rather than hated for who I didn't. Yeah. Never mind, I can't get that fucking phrase out right, so y'all know what the hell I mean. The tattoo that has Ode to Joy is actually my pentacle. I have a pentacle tattooed on my left calf. And the arms of the pentacle are colored for the element that they represent. And then there it is. Hey, look at that. The husband designed it for me. So what happens when I meet fake people? I tolerate them. I do not search out their company, but if I have to be around them, I will tolerate them. I will be polite. I will be respectful, but I will not engage if I don't have to. What's 3 crystals I like? That one's easy. Rose quartz, hematite, garnet. They are my top 3. Not in that order either. Actually, rose quartz, hematite, garnet. Yes, not always, babe. The man behind the curtain saying the garnet usually is my first, but yeah. Would I agree that it's pointless to plan for the future because there are some things we cannot control? No, I wouldn't say that. I don't generally myself tend to plan very far into the future, but a year, maybe 5 years at most, isn't too bad. Right now, I really wouldn't even think about planning more than about 6 months in the future because of the current climate in the world. And I do not mean weather-wise, but otherwise, no. There is enough that we can control that it is generally safe. Aren't they great, Sage? This is kind of coffee and cues type. I love my... Oh, God. Have you seen my garnets, Sage? Let me move the coffee cup. I keep 3 garnets here on my desk. Actually, 4. I forget that's a garnet. Sheltered. All right. So, Garnet number 1. One of my pretty golf ball sized faceted ones. Not to mention, that one. But there's that one, which is one of the golf ball sized ones. Here's another one of the golf ball sized ones. Oh, it needs cleaning. And then my palm stone. God, that is a gorgeous color. And then this one is very, very, very precious. I am trusting that it is a garnet because the person I got it from was a geologist. And I inherited it after he passed. This was my great uncle's. I miss him. And then hematite. I keep my hematite tower here on my desk. That is the only chunk of hematite I have right now. There's my hematite tower. Actually, I wonder if this is pyrite and it was just mislabeled. And then so much rose quartz. Yeah, do I have black onyx? Not on my desk right now, I don't think. The best I have... Nope. I do have a dark amethyst. It's supposedly a black amethyst. What was I like as a teenager? I was very sheltered as a teenager. Because my incubator despised having had a daughter, did not want me to be competition for male attention. Therefore, if I did not have to be outside of the house, I was not allowed to be outside of the house. And so, yeah. I went to school, I went to band concerts, choir concerts, I went to football games and basketball games because the pep band was there. Otherwise, I did nothing. I wish I could show you guys the chunk of rose quartz that's sitting on the man behind the curtains altar. Who or what inspires me? My grandparents. They were married for well over 50 years. And they were both active duty Navy during World War II. My grandfather survived polio and, was just a really awesome person. So, oh yeah, this chunk of rose quartz is about that big around. That it's huge. It's like a 5-pound chunk. No, I don't necessarily know much about India. I want to. India is one of my bucket list travel destinations. Oh, yes. I got to start remembering to read the names of the people I'm responding to, so the people who come back and watch this later know what the fuck I'm talking about. Nah. Sean is asking if I ever get angry when other YouTubers steal my ideas and content. No, not really. Not worth it. There are so many more important things to get upset over. Because honestly, once I start making more of my evergreen stuff, I might. But I do tarot readings and just... There are tons of other YouTubers that do similar stuff. So, yeah, whatever. Yep. Yes, I know, gaming, India, a lot of people do yoga. And the fact that we call it just yoga, but what we call yoga and what India calls yoga are completely different things. What we call yoga is typically referred to as yoga asana or asana in India. My timestamps are off again. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. There we go. It is currently 11:26 in the evening. Being on YouTube, I heard there are bullies on YouTube. Trolls, is it common? It can be. Oh, Sage. My suggestion. go out and pick up a Rider-Waite deck, because they are the most common deck, and they are the deck that most other decks are based off of, with their arcana and that. And most of the imagery is very similar. Pick up a Rider-Waite deck, or pick up a beginner deck with instructions from Amazon or some shit, and just get to know the cards. Because that deck, your learning deck, isn't necessarily one that you're going to bond with too much. But that would be a good way to do it. Otherwise, Labyrinthos. Let me type that in the chat so you have the spelling. Would I ever do a meet and greet? Yes. Labyrinthos. Or it is one of those two spellings. It is a website, and they have an app. They are an amazing learning resource for learning tarot. The app itself has a quiz. You go through the different suits, and you can run through the quiz, and it will quiz you on what each card means. So that's kind of cool. Yes, it forms. Okay, gaming. What I was meaning is most of what people here in the United States think of when we think of yoga is just the asana. Many people, me included, prior to my teacher training, I did not know there are 7 other limbs to yoga, which is part of why I do this. Because, yeah, I did not realize it was an entire way of life and a whole philosophy and all of that. And one of the reasons I do what I do here is to introduce people, particularly to the yamas and the niyamas, because those are life-changing. Am I the type of person that sets boundaries early on in relationships? I'm learning to. I'm learning. Due to my familial upbringing and the shit that my family did, boundaries were a new concept when I got married the first time. Second time. We won't talk about the first time. We don't talk about Bruno. No. Anyway, I could actually substitute his name there. That would work. Interesting. Anyway. But yeah, Labyrinthos has been one of my favorite places to go to learn about my cards. One of these days I will go through my apps again, and I'll share a bunch of the apps that I use in the Discord, the social media, and the YouTube communities, because I have a bunch. Please do not start singing at me. Thank you. Thank you, Sean. Didn't realize I was signing up for an interview, but that's okay. I don't mind answering questions. I know. What do I think? Do I think that divorce in the USA is common, hence why you are single and marriage shy? I believe that the divorce rates are still like under 50%. It's like 35 or 45%. It might have hit 50. And that's for first marriages. Subsequent marriages, you have a higher chance of divorce. Not surprising, because by the time you divorce the first one and realize it's actually not that difficult, it is not the end of the world, and you now know exactly what you will and will not put up with in a relationship, it really does make sense. Do I think it's common? Not necessarily. Do I think that it is easy enough to do that people have decided it's easier to divorce than try to work through their problems? Yes. And that is coming as someone who is on husband number 4. You think people stay married for financial reasons? That is part of it. Hey, Shri, I do see you. Financial reasons are one of them. Another reason, and this is why I stayed as long as I did, I had 3 kids. I had very little income of my own, and I was already disabled, so being able to get a job was not going to be easy for me. And my ex-husband was an abusive piece of shit who had me convinced that leaving wasn't going to make any difference. And so I stayed far longer than I probably should have in that relationship. That was husband number 2. Husband number 1 I got rid of pretty quick because he abandoned me. And then, yeah. Oh, don't be sorry for me, hun. My partner picker was broken for a long time, but I did finally find the man behind the curtain, and we have been together for 15 years, so we're doing pretty good there. I actually found someone who was willing to do the therapy, go to therapy, do the work, and actually become a better person with me. So, I'm pretty happy. And he helped me raise my kids. Anybody. That's true too. As he said, he thinks a better way of putting it is he helped me not kill my kids. Because my kids are very much like their mother. Oh my God, are my kids very much like their mother? But that's okay. They're good kids. They're brilliant. They are frightening. You know is it Panic at the Disco who sings? It's either Panic or MCR that sings Teenagers Scare the Living Shit Out of Me. Yeah. I was introduced to that song by my teenage child. That's one of the reasons I love my kids. Had I not had my kids, I would not have been introduced to some of the really cool shit that I have been. I know that sounds stupid and crazy and weird, but it's the truth. Had I not had my kids, I would never have listened to My Chemical Romance or Panic at the Disco. I would never have been introduced to Homestuck or Pokemon or half of the other shit that we have done. So, I am grateful for my children. They have enriched my life in so many ways. Hey friends, step into theyogawitch.shop where magic meets movement and everyday rituals get an upgrade. Browse my handmade intention-infused jewelry, then you can snuggle up with Dye the Yoga Witch. Mugs, yoga mats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, and so much more. Treat yourself, bless a friend, and bring a little witchy sparkle into your daily life. Mind you, theyogawitch.shop is not just for sparkles and treasures. You can also book my services there as well. You can find tarot readings, oracle readings, and more. Once again, that is at theyogawitch.shop. And now, if you're enjoying this show and would like to step just a smidge bit deeper into our coven, go ahead and consider clicking on that join button and becoming a member of the channel. There are some amazing perks for all the witchlings with levels starting at just $1 a month. How affordable is that, you guys? Also, a quick little reminder that you can help this channel for free by subscribing and sharing this video with a friend. I appreciate you guys and all of your support. Thank you so very much for tuning in. All right, let's get back to the show. Teenagers scare the living shit out of me. Now I got that song stuck in my head. Thank you, Christine. I am not shy about sharing my story. I actually probably overshare it more often than not. Because my way of looking at it is, I survived it. If by sharing my story I can help someone else survive it or avoid it, all the better. It is a really fun song, Sage, and it's running in my head because I mentioned it, so. Teenagers Scare the Living Shit Out of Me. Hey, look, Ma, I made it. That one my son likes to play. Yeah. What I learned from childhood. Yeah. Okay, yeah, the things you learn from childhood. Yep. I learned from childhood that not all adults can be trusted. and not everybody's going to like you. Okay. It's kind of sad to figure out that the very first person who hates you is your own parent, though. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. I can unintentionally get very dark very quickly. I do apologize for that sometimes. And from my adult life, it gets better, and it's worth sticking around for. I mean, hell. As a teenager, I honestly did not think I would ever live past 30. I wanted to be a mom, but I never thought I would be. Not only am I a mom, I am bonus mom to a few people, and I am grandma to 6 amazing little people. And I could not be happier about it. I inadvertently started what we have dubbed the Shitty Moms Club, full of children who are like me, and I get to be the mom that we all needed to be, or that we all needed. So that has been a definite bonus to growing up and becoming an adult. Yeah, I think that's one of my favorite parts of having become an adult. I get to be the mom that I needed to other kids like me. And one of those kids, one of my bonus kids, I usually refer to her as my non-biological daughter. There are so many times I have looked at her and said, "Are you sure you're not my kid?" When she and I finally sat down and talked about what her biological mom is really like, I'm like, well, it makes sense that you became like me because your mom is my mom 2.0. It's really... Saying it's fulfilling sounds cheesy as fuck. But not only is it fulfilling, it's incredibly healing. Because it has shown me that despite the fact my incubator hated me, I am a good mom. I am a good person. I mean, damn. My 3 kids, the ones that I birthed, they do not agree on anything. Anything. They can't even agree on a favorite meal. The one and only thing they all agree on is that I was a good mom. And that makes me happy. Because that's all I wanted to be. What's my choice? My adult life or my childhood? Oof. Present day. Yeah. Do I want some of the things that were around in my childhood? Fuck yeah. But so does everybody. Hence why Rainbow Bright is being sold on Amazon right now. Hence why Strawberry Shortcake got rebooted 10 years ago or 20 years ago. This is why the Thundercats came back. Because my age group decided to be the ones in charge for a little while and we wanted to relive our childhood. Now that we have the disposable income to buy the stuff that we wanted as kids. I think that's one of the awesome parts of being an adult too. Having the financial ability to go, ooh, I want to do that. You know, you get used to as a kid, you're walking around and you see something cool and mom and dad say, no, we can't afford it right now. And so you get used to, oh, but I kind of want to do that, but no, it's a waste of money. And then one day you look at it and you go, but it's my money. I can do what I want with my money and nobody can bitch at me for wasting money. I'm going to go do the thing. Hence why I have heart-shaped glasses. What I feel when I know the people, sadness for their loved ones who have to continue on without them. Happiness for their loved ones for having had the opportunity to know them, providing they were a good person. And peace for them. Because that's where they are. They are now at peace. They don't have to stress and worry about day-to-day life anymore. That's what I usually think of when I think of my loved ones who are gone. So, because I know eventually I am going to be crossing through that veil myself. And, well, I don't want to have regrets. I don't want to look back and go, damn it, I wish I'd done this. Or, man, I wish I hadn't done that. So, that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. No regrets. Yes. Dude, Grayson Magaha, Boopsy, regrets. Grayson Magaha and Boopsy went and got best friends tattoos, and one of them is wearing a ball cap, and on the ball cap it says no regrets or something like that, but there's a typo in it. And in the caption on the post where one of them shared it, they said they checked with Dad Bod Vet to make sure there were no typos, and he said it was fine, and it's great. What is my reaction? If the digital overlords want to if the technological overlords want to take over, okay, fine. Whatever. Because, I mean, there's only so much we can do to fight back, and I will, if it's worth it. If it's going to be a losing battle from day one, I don't know what I would do. We remember the before times. Sweetheart. Hey. Hey. Stop licking. I can hear you over Dad. Thank you. I have one ear, because I have the man behind the curtain in one ear, and the other ear is open, and I can hear him. Yes. The great outdoors. What are my thoughts on India? It is a beautiful country. It has a rich, glorious history full of so much interesting stuff. Otherwise, I don't know much. There are days when I'm lucky to know much history about my own country. We did figure shit out as we go. Can't complain about that, though. Some of us got pretty good at it. But yeah. Wanna be an American idiot. My band director became a history teacher after I graduated high school, and he started his history class every day with that song. The man is a rock star. I absolutely love him as a teacher. Can't believe he retired. We are not that old, although I'm the one who made him face his mortality when I called him and asked him what I should do with my youngest child's instrument. Mm-hmm. Is she a grown adult? If she's not a grown adult, then A, man should not be with her. And B, if she is, then she's a grown-ass adult and can make her own decisions. Can you wear them both? Child, I'm going to boot you out. You are worse than your sister right now. Tuckers. I don't have something to throw at him. I'm going to scream at my dog. Yes. Oh shit, I don't have, oh, nope. Son of a seagull and biscuit biter. I have moved my bracelets that I was going to ask if that was similar to. Yeah. Because rose quartz is self-love and healing, and amethyst is protection, so hey. Oh. This one is rose quartz, amethyst, garnet, and hematite. But unfortunately, it's a little small. There we go. My cute little bracelet. I made that one, by the way. It was fun to make. But again, I made it too small. That's not what my Indian friends say, but that's okay. It takes all types, right? Right, good, good. Really wish I were wearing the t-shirt that says, I will not be remembered as a woman who kept her mouth shut. Nope. Racism, sexism, ableism, none of the isms will get you very far in this chat, nor will any kind of hate. So, y'all might want to just scroll away. Great, now I got American Idiot running in my head instead. Damn it, there's the teenagers again. Well, hell. Sometimes I love the jukebox in my mind. What makes you think I'm not female? Please, tell me exactly what it is about me that makes you think I am a guy. Unfortunately, he's at work for another hour and a half. Green Day is awesome. Again, if I didn't have my kids, I wouldn't have known them. We don't tolerate intolerance here. We don't tolerate hate. We don't tolerate any kind of intolerance. Racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, no. Seattle adjacent, Shane. My politics don't matter right now. Ooh, jade bracelets are cool. Jade is another protection stone. I want more jade. I have mostly green aventurine in the house right now. But I would love to have some jade. My politics fall somewhere along the lines of what would Jesus do? Jesus was a long-haired, hippie, liberal who hung around with whores and thieves and the sick and disabled. What are you going to go do after school, Sage? Oh. Hey, cheese and quackers. What are you doing after school, kid? I'm guessing something fun. Ooh. Yeah, jade does cleanse energy. I miss having a hematite crystal to wear on a regular, repelling negativity and ick. Ooh, make crystal bracelets and hang out with the cats. So I was having a group meeting today. And because the man, speaking of cats, yes. And because the fact the man behind the curtain was repairing my PC tower, I'm sitting on the bed with my laptop. Makes you itch? Do you have metal allergies? But I'm sitting on the bed, chilling out in my meeting. It's getting ready to start. And somebody who shall not be named, furry little bastard, wherever he just went, decides to hop up and start loving on my face and, showing the... What were you doing in the bathroom, young lady? And showing the butthole to the camera. She just ran from you. What do you think you're doing in there? You stay out of the kitty crunchies, bitch. So that was entertaining. And then Tookers, the German Shepherd, decides a little later that he wants to go out. And his way of telling Mom that he wants to go out is to hop up on the bed and decide to get all up in my face and try and shove me off the bed. My furry children love me. Thank you, Cody. I love them. They are my little bit of whimsy. It's great. I love being whimsical because, well, it's boring otherwise. Did you get in trouble, puppy girl? Good thing I didn't plan on moving anytime soon. Yeah, well, yeah. Baby. This is the bitching question. She is now laying behind the wheels of my office chair here. Go to school, Sage. Good luck on your test. Thanks for hanging out with us, hon. But yeah, Miss Sang here is being a goofy girl. I love my dogs. They're great. I have been a cat person my entire life. Did not particularly care for dogs. The only dog I'd ever had, he was an outside dog, and I was too young to realize how horrible that is. And then I met the man behind the curtain and his dogs. And I fell in love with them. And then we got together and I picked up Sarge at an SCA event. Best event purchase ever. And he has been my puppy since he was 6 weeks old. And he is now 14 years old. So, I love my dogs. And I have my soul dog in the Took Monster. But I'm still a cat person. That's the Tookers. The doopy dog. I love him. But I have been a cat person all my life. So much so that the man behind the curtain was video chatting with my brother. I'm sitting in the recliner behind the man behind the curtain. So my brother can't see me. And I said something. And he's like, where is my sister? So hubby moves. And he can see me. And he goes, there she is. Of course, with a cat in her lap. You do realize she's had a cat in her lap since she was like 2 years old. Except for the time, I started laughing and I'm like, yep. Thank you for confirming that I have always been a cat person. I was that kid in first grade that, the kitty followed me home. Can we keep him? Just because I stopped every 2 or 3 steps and went, here, kitty, 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 come on, let's go home. Yep. My dad said we were not getting any more pets. My dad was the one who decided after listening to this kitten sit on the front porch and cry and cough and sneeze all night that he was going to go crush up some of the dog food. Hey, Bean! And feed the little kitten some of the dog food. And that was the beginning of the end. Yup. We kept that cat for, 6, 7 years. And then 2 years after we got him, somebody tried to drown a kitten in the dog's water bowl, and we ended up with another cat. She was my first black cat. I have loved black cats ever since. They have been my favorite. We had an orange and a black. And he was not the stereotypical orange cat who only had one brain cell. No. He was frighteningly intelligent. You're good, Bean. Shit happens. This cat, orange cat, loved my dad. He was my dad's cat as much as he was mine. He would crawl up to my dad's lap as my dad's reading the paper. Look at my dad. Look at the paper. Look at my dad. Look at the paper. Look at my dad. And then plant his paws in the middle of the article my dad was reading and knock the paper out of his hands. You will pet me now. I miss that cat. He was a good cat. Oh. You should be heading to school soon, Bean, right? Or did you just get home? No, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. You should be heading out shortly. Oh, 7. That's right. They don't jump time until the end of the month. John and I talked about that when he missed Sunday because we were on earlier. Oh, cheese and crackers. Okay. The pots has my temperature regulation jacked up worse than usual. So I am either roasting to death or freezing to death. There is no in between today. And what little bits of my sanity were left are not there anymore. I have lost all dregs of sanity. There we go. Time is not a strict progression of something and consequence. It's more of a big ball of wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. Yes. It's one of my favorite quotes from my favorite doctor. Oh, hello. It is that time. It is time. All right, witches. My witchlings. If you got your candles, go ahead and grab them. Because it's time to ring in the new day. Gotta wait another minute. Skirt, we'll do it now. Of course. All right, my witchlings. The clock has turned, and it is midnight. If you have a candle nearby, go ahead and grab it and get it ready now. We're going to take a moment before we light it. Notice your breath. Notice your shoulders. Notice everything that you have carried through the first half of this week. The stress, the frustrations, the little victories too, the little wins, all of it. And now, take a slow breath in through your nose. And as you exhale through your mouth, imagine setting those burdens gently down beside you for a moment. You don't have to carry them every second. And now, light your candle. And watch the flame for a moment. Small, steady, quiet, but powerful. Fire has always been a symbol of survival. As long as it continues, warmth continues, light continues, life continues. So tonight, we bless this flame as a reminder of resilience, a reminder that even when the world feels uncertain, the fire of community, courage, and compassion continues to burn. May this flame carry away the heaviness of the past days. May it illuminate the path ahead. May it remind us that we are stronger together than we are alone. And may the light we share tonight travel outward into our homes, our communities, and the wider world. Take one more slow breath in. Look at your flame and let its warmth settle into your heart. The week continues, and so do we. Namaste, my witchlings. Itchies. Yeah, no. Hey. The candle is a leaning tower of Pisa. I can't. It's melted into the candle holder that way. It's just it amuses me because it's just it's about as straight as I am. Just saying.
Go to bed.
My Google Nest speaker likes to tell me to go to bed. I am laughing now. Well, it's been a long time. Glad to see your face. I knew we'd meet again another time, another place. What? What? Hello. Hey, Amy. Yes, I know, Amy. How are things in your neck of the woods here? Oh. I'm slightly concerned about the aunt and uncle. Okay, more than slightly, but we're just going to leave it at that. Well, hell's bells and tinker toys. All right. That'll work. That's good to hear. That poor child gets sick about as often as I do, or used to. Similar reasons. Good. Been worried about her. I need to check in with that with your side of the family. I've just been so So, my good news, I do not require further surgery. Yay. However, the doctor is ordering steroid. No, it's the yellow-orangish thing. I know, I forget that this is the mango pineapple fruit punch instead of the one that has red in it. But I need something to drink. Oh, I added... No, I added more than I normally do. And I can really taste the mango. I wasn't expecting the mango to be that strong. All right. Oof. You missed the fun, Amy. Somebody popped in and decided to interrogate me. Okay, interview, but it felt like an interrogation almost. Not overly upset, because, you know, it's not like he was really asking any rude questions. Hey, Alex, how are you doing tonight? This is the first night. I also figured out part of why my asthma's flaring. So I'll be fixing that. What sucks is I had fixed it. Because the problem is my CPAP mask, and I have another one, but it's a frickin' nasal pillow, and it and the butterfly aren't getting along. I'm not doing too bad, Alex. As I was just saying, breathing isn't stellar today, but I can deal with it. Slightly sleep deprived, but... Sage, do not get caught on YouTube while you are at school, honey. Call of Duty Zombies and Rocket League content creator. Okay, cool. Zombies are fun. I don't want you getting in trouble, because then your parents will be told, and then you'll get told you can't hang out with us. Don't want that to happen. Gotta remember, I'm mom first. Okay. When we get new people in, the man behind the curtain will occasionally bring up their channel so we can see what their thing is. So, zombies are fun. Oh God, have you watched I don't even know if the show's still on. I think it's not, but iZombie, which is, I did not realize, a Marvel comic. It is 5 minutes after midnight. Yep, mom's gonna mom. I want to read more of the Marvel Zombies comics, though. Yeah, I can't be awake that early in the morning anymore. I try. Although, if I get to bed at my normal time, which I'm not going to tonight, I can wake up comfortably around 9:30. And mom's gonna mom. Yep. Hey, Abich. Oof. Ugh. That's miserable for everybody in the house. Yep. Hi. Oh no. No. This wasn't that. This wasn't that. This is not that. We're okay there. No. Oh. I see Sage. I see Abij and Alex. Yeah, we've said hi to everybody. The 2 o'clock getting out of school is kind of nice. I went to school, when I was in elementary school, school started at 8:30 and we got out at 3:30 in elementary. Then when I went to junior high, I think we started at 8 and we were out at like 2:45. And then high school, 7:45 start, and we got done at 2:15, 2:30, except for those of us who had 0 period, and then our classes started at 7, and we got done at 2:30, 3 o'clock. So, how the I know. How the fuck I remember the hours I went to school when I've been out for 30 years? I don't know, but hey, go figure. Why are Americans so dumb? Because despite the fact that we claim to value education, we have not given a flying fuck about education in about 150 years. I mean, look at our current administration. He put the woman whose husband ran our wrestling entertainment in charge of our education. This does not make sense. Anyway. Yeah, and our education system was never meant to be an education. It was meant to be indoctrination and teaching us to sit and mindlessly regurgitate shit for 8 hours a day so we can go into the workforce. But, you know, and yeah, bombs were more important than textbooks. I hate it. Some of us, though, I will admit, have done the work to at least try to educate ourselves. Yeah. Meanwhile, we're being spoon-fed propaganda and bullshit constantly. What is my channel about? Okay. This is my midnight mass where I just kind of chit-chat and visit with people. No, I want to because I know Jacques is there. But my daily stream, I do Tarot, Oracle, a Goddess, and some self-care stuff. And then we turn into Chilling with the Witchlings, which is a lot like this. Tuesday and Thursday evenings, my time, I do a podcast. Tuesday evening is Bitch and Witch, where I take current events or something that just has me pissed or ragey. Thursdays is the Yoga Witch's Cauldron, which we take our theme of the week, our Sanskrit word of the week, and we discuss how it weaves into daily life as far as our witchcraft practices by Sage and our yogic practices, and ta-da! Love it. And then Friday night, I have Friday night guided meditation. Almost forgot that. Yes, I stream every day. The only days that I have free Yeah, we take Saturday off, and that's when I create all of my content for the week that goes out on the social media, the blogs, and all of that, and write my scripts for the week. And then Monday is the only day I do not have an evening. So, yeah. And then one Monday a month, I am co-founder and moderator for a political burnout support group that meets via Discord. How does it affect my social battery? Some days better than others. Such as today, I am very low energy, not because of my content, but because I am also chronically ill. I am a service-connected disabled veteran with multiple chronic illnesses, and I had to go deal with after effects of a surgery a year and a half ago today. So I was out of the house, did x-rays and a doctor's appointment. So I'm a little lower energy, but normally, and Amy can back me up on this one, normally I'm bouncing off the walls. I am a hyperactive ADHD bitch. Yep, that's pretty much it. To blow up, you gotta show up. And we were doing really good. We were getting tons of people. And then we got sick for a week and had to take a week off. And then YouTube put in their new age restriction policy thing, and that fucked with shit, and we're still recovering. But we did manage to hit monetization, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, it does. And unfortunately, we're going to end up taking another break here sometime in the next couple of months, because we are going to be rearranging all of the furniture and everything in my office and redoing this. And we're going to do spring cleaning in the house and some other shit. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. And I'm going to dye my hair purple again. Haven't decided when, but I know it's happening. Maybe I'll have to have, Amy help me come do that. I'll figure out how to acquire the... Yes, I can. Thank you, Alex. I'm really happy about it. Can't wait to see that. God, we need to get together. One of us needs to get a working car. Amy is my cousin, so hence part of why she's one of my mods. Excuse you? Who the hell just... I swear to God, somebody just coughed, and I am not seeing a furry child in here. Weird. Ah. If you can recognize it. What? If I can recognize what, hon? I missed it. Well, yeah, we gotta fix that. I want a car again. I miss the independence of having my own vehicle. I really do. And it's weird. But you know what? It saves money. Because I can't just hop in the car and go to the store and do what I want to do. And that means less trips to the store when things just kind of jump into the cart that we don't necessarily need. Excuse me. Definitely cuts down on my coffee shop coffee consumption. Ours are up over $4 a gallon again, pushing $5 a gallon if it's not there already. So yeah, it's on fucking real, and I'm not going to go on a rant as to why, and bombs are more important than anything, and somebody getting his ego stroked is more important than even that. Because that's all this is. This is just him pretending to be a big badass, because, bone spurs. Yup. Oh, Amy, you should see the conversations going on with some of my spoony friends. That didn't feel good. Oh, I'm going to screenshot some of it and share it. Because most of my spoony friends are going, gee, if he's so keen on sending our 18 and 19-year-olds over to play in the sandbox, There's a specific 18, 19-year-old who's pretty tall and looking pretty, healthy, that should probably serve his country. That could be interesting. And yes, Amy, that's been commented on a lot recently. Specifically, he said Obama was going to start a war with Iran because his poll numbers were in the toilet. Yeah, I know. But you and I both know that waivers can be gotten for that, even with the Navy. Oh, Alex, be grateful, because it's a fucking shit show over here. I actually referenced your dad the other day. Oh, God. Simply the fact that, your dad is not exactly short and was able to enlist. No, it's not much better in England. We do have a regular who comes to our daily afternoon stream who's in London, and he talks about English politics too. Yes, I want to say it was Monty Mater, one of my favorite YouTubers. It was either her or Knitting Cult Lady. Yeah. But they were saying that 6 foot is like the limit. I'm like, no, I know people taller than that. But Knitting Cult Lady or Monty Mater said that when the United States gets a cold and sneezes, the entire world gets sick. Meaning, yep, Grandpa was 6'2". I've been thinking about him a lot recently, too. That means he's going to show up in my fucking dreams sometime in the next few days. Grandmother stares at me from my mirror. Is what pink? Hey, Amy, should I dye my hair yoga with dye pink? I could do it. Might not necessarily be my favorite color, but it wouldn't be horrible. That could be fun. That could be a lot of fun. And I was just watching a Say Yes to the Dress clip of a bride whose hair was pastel pink on one side and pastel purple on the other. Thank you, Alex. So I'm like, it might work. And I think Arctic Fox has the pastels. Is what pink? What are you referring to? And I can answer you yes or no. I have no idea what it is. Because there are a lot of pink things. That is true. I do not have any dye left in my house unless it's in the racks on the wall. Right, Alex? I don't do well with riddles. I am autistic. I don't pick up on subtext sometimes. You have to smack me upside the head with a fucking clue by 4. Gets entertaining. But yet sarcasm? I'm good with sarcasm. I think that's a Gen X thing. Floof. Oh. That's not a whole lot different from their natural color. Oh, dude, no, brain, please, give me brain bleach now. Fuck my life. I'm thinking so too, Amy. You said the orange, and my brain went, ooh, orange hair, orange face. No. What do I like to do for fun? I love music. I sing. I crochet. I read. I do this. You're now breathing on manual. I like to cook sometimes. Yes, I sing. I sing a lot. Hang out in my streams. You'll hear me do it because I am also a musical theater kid. It doesn't take much for me to, burst into song, and I'm going to drive Amy nuts just by flashing that. Yep. We're just gonna go wee and drive Amy insane because it's an earworm. Yep. He stopped by today. That is true too. I was raised Episcopalian. We're just kind of musical people. See, I play multiple instruments and I sing, and I raised 3 kids who play instruments, one of which sings exceptionally well. So yeah. Yeah, he decided to follow mom into musical theater. It was great. I thought so. Oh. Anyways. Well, it's been a long time. Glad to see your face. I knew we meet again another time, another place. That song has been stuck in my head for like 3 days. Oh, I'm all right. It's a beautiful day, not a cloud in sight, so I guess I'm doing all right. And my brain is trying to mash up I'm all right with fucking American Idiot, so. Hey, Sonny. Yeah, it has been a minute. Yeah, and that's just me playing around, not even really trying to sing. Oh, I fucked my voice up the last time I started smoking, though, and I'm so mad at myself for it. I used to have a wonderful soprano, and now I'm basically an alto, which isn't such a horrible thing, because when I'm singing choir and choral music, I get the awesome harmonies there instead of singing all of the melody, which I always wanted. But I don't have the range, and a lot of popular music is, yeah, it's just in the wrong key for me these days, so I have to tweak it. But that's okay. Auto-tune works well. I can sing a lot of Cher, though, because Cher is a contralto to an alto, and I'm really happy about that. Thank you. That makes sense. Your dad doesn't like smoking. He hated the fact that my parents smoked. Oh, yes, he did. So did grandfather, though, and for some reason, and the man behind the curtain can confirm or deny this, smoking a pipe is not the same as smoking cigarettes, and I think part of it is you don't inhale as much of the smoke, but I don't know, and pipe smoke smells so much better, especially when you get one of the cherry tobaccos. Oh. I am one of the weird ones. I don't think I was ever addicted to the nicotine. It was more force of habit, because the way I quit the last time is I had finished off the last pack of cigarettes in a carton, and I had a fresh carton, but our next door neighbor was snarking at me about the fact that I was smoking. And I finished the pack and I'm like, okay, I'm done. And he's like, what? And I'm like, I'll quit. He's like, you're kidding. No. Never opened that next carton. I was proud of that one. I'm not surprised it makes you sick. It's 35 and smoked for 21 years. Yeah. Puts you at about 14. Yep. I started at 13. It's not good. But both of my parents smoked, as I just said. And so I was around it constantly. You would think as an asthmatic I would have known better. No. I didn't. But I did manage to quit smoking through one of my pregnancies. Ironically, yep. Yeah. When you have easy access to them, it's so easy to just pick up the habit. Oh no, that was Dad. Mom was never on oxygen. And yeah, being on oxygen, he managed to quit rather quickly after that. But it was not, I was terrified. And come on. My dad stayed married to her for how many years? He was not the brightest bulb on the branch. Or else he was really hoping that it would, and he'd be... So... yeah. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. My dad ending up with COPD and on oxygen is part of why I quit. But it wasn't necessarily my decision. My kids really wanted me to quit because they didn't want to see me end up like their papa. I am drinking water with Stir real fruit, tropical punch. It's mango and pineapple. And I think orange. This stuff is amazing. I can't drink regular water. Not promotional. They do not sponsor me. I love this stuff. They have so many different flavors. And really awesome thing, they have caffeinated flavors and electrolyte flavors. I have POTS, which means I need electrolytes more often than most people. So I will frequently, if you see me drinking one of these that has the blue lid, that's one of my electrolytes. So, but yeah. I smoke cannabis these days, and my kids are actually really happy about that because they watched me go from taking like 15 pills twice a day to 3 prescription pills and my vitamins. So I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, it's not the aftertaste so much. My throat will burn unless it's really freaking ice cold water. And then it makes my teeth hurt. The joys of having been born and raised in Oregon with shitty teeth. Yeah. And then there's the bottles that I use for moon water that are only suitable for moon water because, yeah, they got left in the sun in an August afternoon. They taste like plastic. Sensitive teeth sucks. It really, really, really does. Yeah. My ex-husband, the dominant side of his white side is British. So he's English and Native American. And he definitely had the native teeth, or the British teeth. Love him, but oh my God. Oh, yeah, that would be enough to make me never want to go back to the dentist. My worst experience with... my worst experience at the dentist, though, dentist didn't speak a whole lot of English. I wasn't wearing my glasses. We do. And he's drilling on one of my front teeth, and a chip flies out into my eye because I was wearing contacts. And I'm like, something just got in my eye, and the dentist's like, no, you good. And I'm like, my eye's watering, and I can feel that shit. And he's like, no, nothing, no, you good. I get home, take my contact out, and sure as shit, there's a fucking chip of tooth in my contact. And I'm like, if he hadn't been the only dentist off base in my area that took TRICARE, I wouldn't have gone back. Yeah. I can imagine it's hard to see a dentist over there. I wish to holy Hades and back that the American healthcare system weren't so borked, that it was so damned expensive, because we have some really good medical procedures here, and we get really good medical care if you can afford it. Yep. They give us the sunglasses these days. This was back in the... Oh, we were on Larkdale, so it was after he was born, so it would have been 99, 2000 area. Oh, I know. Oh, NHS isn't a whole lot better. I know the wait times are evil. What? We really would love to have something more like your NHS, because at least, you have to wait 6 years to get into the doctor, but at least you're not going to go into you have to file bankruptcy. I mean, six in one, half a dozen the other. Yep. Yep. I've heard things like that. And then I have friends who are chronically ill over in England. Yeah. So, yeah. At the VA? No, I'm an established patient, so technically I'm supposed to get in within 2 weeks. It usually takes 4 to 6 weeks, though, to see my primary care doctor at the VA. Now, if I really need to be seen same day or something like that, I might get in 3 days later. I hope she survived it, by the way. Cancer is evil. My incubator survived breast cancer. Damn it. Oh, did I say that part out loud? I'm sorry. That is rough. Cancer is evil and horrible and ugly and just nah. And never manages to take the right ones. Amy's dead. Yeah. That's actually similar to what happened to my Amy's and my grandfather. He had prostate cancer, and they did the surgery, and he did the radiation treatment, and it went into remission, and then like a year and a half later it came back metastasized to his bones. And yeah, it wasn't pretty. All right, guys, let's try to find a more cheerful topic. I am very, very sorry. My condolences on the loss of your mother. And breast cancer. Ugh. It's all good. Shit happens. That's life, hun. I love you. I said shit happens, that's life, and he says, or not. We have really morbid senses of humor in this house. I mean, hell. I'm ex-military. My dad was ex-military, ex-cop. Mom had been a military wife, a military brat, priest's kid. We have some of the most warped sense of humor here. It's great. So thank you, guys. Actually, thank you very much. I have been told for most of my life that my laugh is loud and obnoxious, and it's a perfect witch's cackle. So thank you. I now feel a little bit less self-conscious about it. The one compliment I got, I think, was a compliment. My dad told me once that I had his aunt or his great aunt's cackle. And that made me feel really good. Thank you. And it doesn't often take much to make me laugh. Especially when the dogs are being doofy. I laugh at some weird shit. All right, my lovelies, my darlings, my witchlings, my dears, it is time to wrap up for the night. Amy, thank you for showing up. I appreciate you very, very, very much. We need to hang out soon. All right, lovelies, let's go out there. The man behind the curtain waves. Are you practicing your pageant wave, darling? I'm so mean to him. I'm sorry, babe. All right. There we go. Quick little reminder that this space exists solely because of my witchling community. There are no corporate sponsors here, just shared magic, mutual care, and a whole lot of love. So please do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing. Join our channel if it is financially feasible for you. But most of all, please share this video and this channel with a friend that you think might appreciate us. And now let's go out there and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness, because there's already enough darkness and hate in this world. Let each of us choose to be steady lights for those stumbling in the shadows. And be sure your loved ones in all their forms, 2 legs, 4 legs, wings, fur, scales, paws, or claws, know that you love them beyond words, because time is not a strict progression of cause to effect. It is more of a big ball of wibbly wobbly timey-wimey stuff that moves so much faster than any of us realize, meaning those chances to say I love you one last time are not guaranteed. Ask Rose. And if you take one thing and one thing only away from everything we do here, please let it be that you always remember that you are loved, you are wanted, you are needed, and your purpose here is real and genuine, even if you haven't discovered it yet. I didn't find mine until I was 45. I love you guys to bits. You are the absolute best part of my day. Have a fantabulous rest of your day or night wherever you are. Namaste, my witchlings.